My name's Pete Woods, you're watching Hexham TV. Who are you?
I'm Suzanne Fellis-Aitken. I'm the current sitting councillor for Hexham East.
And in the election on the 1st of May, what are you standing for?
Well, I have been sitting for 4 years, as I've just said, so it's I've got a record of what I've done. I don't think 4 years is enough. I want some projects finished that I've started, namely around the bus station and the HMS site, as well as the play zone, the Mugger, in Hexham East, a much needed zone. It's really not enough time to get stuff done. I've built up a network of contacts over the last 4 years. I've worked incredibly hard. I've decided to stand again because I've had great fun. I've got some lovely residents. I've met some amazing people. I've done some great things, from rearranging Christmas lights to giving cats medals. But yeah, my priorities are the same as last time, because I'd like to build on what I've been doing. So my priorities are the regeneration of Hexham Town. That was achieved partially or started through the High Street regeneration zone, but I'd like to continue that with supporting the Arts Town initiative. Families and children. I've been campaigning for social homes to be built on the HMS site, built by Advanced Northumberland, and I'm committed to getting that through, as well as supporting the local play parks, whether it's the skate park with the new seating or the play zone in Hexham East, and a greener Hexham. I work with the Hexham Wombles, which I set up 5 years ago. We've done various campaigns and protests throughout the town, including about the bus station site and cleaning it up with the Section 215. And we've got the Bin the Butts campaign, and then that's going to morph into something else later this year, so watch this space. We are here to clean up Hexham. So that's my 3 priorities. This election's I think, a little bit strange. Obviously the boundaries have been withdrawn. There's a new polling station in various wards, so please do keep an eye out for that. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of false prophets this year, promising a lot and trying to answer sort of angry and apathetic voters' queries. To me, with community politics in my blood as a Lib Dem, I believe the answer is doing. It's actually getting out and then be seen to do stuff, and I hope I've done enough over the last 4 years to prove to you that I am and will continue to do that. 2 of the people running against me are paper candidates, make of that what you will. 2 of them don't live in Hexham, Bellingham and Blythe. I don't know how they can represent my residents, and that makes me slightly upset and slightly cross, really. So please do just think about where you're putting your cross on May the 1st and vote for doers, because doers get stuff done. Thank you.
Suzanne, thank you very much for talking to Hexham TV.
You're welcome, Pete.
My name's Pete Woods, you're watching Hexham TV. Who are you?
I'm Catherine Hales. I'm standing as a candidate in the County Council elections for Hexham East ward.
And which party are you representing, Catherine?
I'm representing the Reform Party.
So tell me a little bit about your background, Catherine.
I have lived in Hexham and Tynedale the majority of my life. I've lived in Hexham and many areas in the North Tyne Valley as well. I work in Hexham as a midwife out of the hospital here, but also in the community, and visit people all over the Tynedale area, really. I do a little bit of private midwifery and have run a couple of small businesses as well. And yes, that's who I am. I became interested in making a contribution through politics because of the feeling of a need for change.
And if you were elected, Catherine, what would your top 3 priorities be?
I think the first priority should be, especially for a party like Reform, is to have a very, very close view of exactly what council expenditure is and what the money is being spent on, what taxpayers' money is being spent on. I think we would seek to make savings. Council tax has gone up by 23% in 5 years. Northumberland County Council is in debt to the tune of 700 and odd million. And the interest repayments on that are very large. So I think we do need to make savings. But I think we should prioritise housing. I believe there's 14,000 people in Northumberland on the waiting list for social housing. And education.
And why should people vote for you, Catherine?
I have had a lot of experience in life, a lot of life experience. I've got a large family, children and grandchildren, and I have been involved with charitable organisations. I'm a representative of a midwifery charity, and I think above all I'm a hard worker and I'm very committed. If I have committed myself to something, I don't easily not fulfill that commitment. I feel a moral obligation to fulfill that commitment, so I wouldn't go back on that obligation, and I certainly wouldn't be subject to corruption or, you know, distraction or anything like that. I would work hard, and that's the best anybody can do, really, isn't it?
Catherine, thank you very much for talking to Hexhamtv.
Thank you very much, Pete. Thanks.
My name's Pete Woods, you're watching Hexhamtv. Who are you?
My name's Simon Kitchen. I am the Conservative candidate for Priest Pop Ward for the Town Council and the Conservative candidate for East Hexham Ward for the County Council. And I'm running for both because I think I'd love to be able to have an oversight of all of the decisions that are happening in Hexham, be it the Town Council and at a County Council level.
Tell me a little bit about your background, Simon.
I grew up in the North East. I run a mental health charity for people who are living with a severe mental illness, and I work to try to empower them to be able to live well. And I do that through providing a number of self-management courses and groups and also advice online. I've also got a young family. They go to the local school, and I've been involved in the Conservative Party for a number of years now. And the reason why I'm a Conservative is because I believe that towns like Hexham, there's more that I want to keep the same than I want to change. It's a really beautiful town, and I want to protect everything that's amazing and beautiful about it.
So what would your top 3 priorities be if you were elected?
Firstly, I want to protect the green belt. There's a lot of pressure from national government at the moment to build a lot more houses, particularly in Northumberland, and only a Conservative council will be able to stop them being built on the green belt. So that's a top priority for me, is to oppose developments that will compromise the green belt, but also developments on green spaces as well. Just down the end of my street on Gaffrig Lane, there's a plan to be able to build some more houses there, and that will mean taking down a number of trees which are habitats for birds and for bats, and it's really important that we protect these little green spaces. So protect the green belt and green spaces. Number 2, there is a need for affordable housing in Hexham. We do have a shortage, but there's lots of brownfield sites that we should be building on first. The key one is around the middle school site, so I'm really excited to hear about all the affordable housing developments on there, and I've been putting representation to the council to make that a reality, and I'm really pleased there's been some recent announcements on that. But also there's other opportunities as well, with the old bus station could be redeveloped into affordable housing, and the police stations as well, old police station houses as well. So lots that we could be doing to get affordable housing into Hexham without having to build on the green belt. I think a key policy which I would push for, which I'm not sure the other candidates would, but I fully support the backing on it, is around a local connection policy. This is where all affordable housing has a criteria that you have to be a resident in Hexham and the neighbouring parishes to be able to access it. And I think that's really crucial to make sure that people in Hexham who aren't able to get on the property ladder or can't get access to social housing are able to take advantage of these opportunities. So that's a key ask of mine as well. Thirdly, I think we should be doing a lot more on dog fouling. One of the things I've noticed in Hexham is one of our dirty secrets, or not so dirty secrets, is there's lots of dog mess around. I think there's a lot the council could be doing to be able to clean up Hexham and to be able to support dog owners, of which the vast majority are really responsible, to make sure all of them are cleaning up after their dogs and that Hexham is a clean and tidy town. Fourthly, I've got 2 young girls. I would love the town council. One reason why I'm running is to be able to get some funding to upgrade the Seal Park. It's getting a little bit tired, hasn't been properly maintained recently, so getting some proper funding in place to upgrade the Seal Park would be amazing. It's a facility that's used by hundreds, if not thousands of people, and people come into the town to use it. So that for me would be one of the top priorities for the town council if I was elected.
Why should people vote for you, Simon?
I get stuff done. I ran a petition to try to keep Marks and Spencers in the town. Over 2,000 people signed it, and I'm really hopeful we can use that to be able to persuade Marks and Spencers to come back into the town, help us revitalise those shops. I run a charity, so I also know about some of the difficult decisions that have to be made when you're running organisations, understand some of the vulnerabilities that people in Hexham are experiencing as well, lots of poverty in the town that the town and the county council could be doing to tackle. And I've also got a young family. Having young families is the hardest thing. Raising a family is one of the hardest things that anyone can do. And I would love to be able to represent people who have got young families, to help advocate for them on their behalf, to make sure the town council and the county council is able to deliver to them, to make their lives as easy as possible, and to make sure Hexham's the best possible place to be able to raise a family and to grow old as well.
Simon, thank you very much for talking to Hexhamtv.
Thank you very much, Pete.